Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, brothers and sisters. So this morning I continue to talk on the subject of religion and belief because it is important subject because of talking about maintaining our Aqidah. So Aqidah is the fundamental belief that characterize we are the Muslim. So if we get our Aqidah right, we have the chance to attain the paradise in the thereafter. But then if we get our Aqidah wrong, then the chance of us going to paradise with the wrong Aqidah will be nil. That means the place of the people with wrong Aqidah will be in hell. So the reason of me talking on this subject of religion and belief is to maintain my Aqidah. So hopefully the people who listen will also get the benefit of maintaining his or her Aqidah. So it is mutual benefits. That's why I come here, if I can, every day to give this talk, and I will always have something to talk, to give you the talk on religion and belief. We had set category to choose on the topic based on the common expression or words which are striking that we found reading the Quran from page 1 to 80, and also talking about the figures mentioned in the Quran. I have been talking to you the story of Adam, story of Ibrahim, and the story of Moses. But then after many weeks of talking, the easy and hanging fruits were getting difficult to find, and then I changed the theme slightly to talk on Aqidah and read through the surah to find the sentences that are related to Aqidah. We had covered the opening surah of Al-Fatihah, and I'm amazed to find many of the sentences are related to Aqidah. Then we went to the second chapter of the Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah, and the opening chapter of Surah Al-Baqarah we gone through as well, and found sentences related to Aqidah as well. As we go on, we have to go on from there. So this morning I have this page of the Quran because I'm not an Hafiz myself, meaning I don't memorize the whole Quran, so I have to have this page printed. So now we have gone through the previous page. So this page of my Quran is page 3. So we are still in the early stage. So it's still page 3. So my aim is to read the whole Quran. So the whole Quran will be about 500 pages. So these 500 pages will be completed in 500 days. So we are still at the early stage. We are still on page 3. So in 500 page, just more to go. So for 500 pages, 500 days. So it means that this will last like 2 or 3 years. So I hope you have the patience to go with me to go through all the pages in the Quran. So in my hand is page 3. To get the barakah, let me read the first sentence on this page, which is sentence, I think sentence number 6. So it's sentence number 6. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Innallazina kafaru sawa'un 'alaihim wa anzartahum am lam tunzirhum la yu'minun. Sadaqallahul azim. So that's it. Sentence number 6. Also, in my translation of the Quran, it has a subheading. So the first subheading, sentence 6 and 7, is talking about the group of unbelievers, and the next subheading on this page is the group of munafiqin, or the pretenders. From sentence 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it's the rest of the sentence on this page. Maybe most of it will be related to talking about the pretenders or the munafiqin. So let's see what Allah described as the unbelievers. So on sentence 6, verily the unbelievers they remain as they are, whether you warn them or you warn them not, they will not become believer. So this describe the hardcore unbelievers. You just see the Jews in Medina, what happened to them. They are the people who told the Muslim or the Arabs in Medina that a new prophet is coming among their brethren, meaning the new prophet will be an Arab. So actually the Jews knew that the prophet is coming, and when the prophet actually come, they believe no. Even the prophet actually came, they had not believed. Amazing. They know the prophet is coming, but when he actually came, they had not believed. So this is what Allah is saying. They remain as they were. Okay, next sentence. Allah has locked their heart and their hearing, and their seeing were closed. Then Allah set ready for them the punishment which is severe. So, brothers and sisters, we have the people who will not believe. And other story I like to add on to this is the story of the enemy of Islam in Mecca. In Mecca, of the Arab people themselves, this time not story of the Jew but the Arab people, there are enemies of Islam. They would not believe, and one of the two famous unbelievers in Mecca is known to all Muslim is Abu Jahal, the uncle of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the other classic one is Abu Lahap. So these two are the famous enemy of Islam in Mecca. you see, when Prophet Muhammad received the revelation, so the first people he wanted to convey the message is to his relatives, including Abu Jahal. So Prophet Muhammad had invited his relative to come for him to give a da'wah. So Abu Jahal was there. So when Prophet Muhammad was giving a talk, Abu Jahal act in such a way that like you want to stop or to make Prophet Muhammad to discontinue giving the talk. And then he made a promise to the Prophet, if you show me the miracle, I'll believe you. Sayyidina Abu Bakr was there and said, why have you not asked the Prophet to pray for you, to ask Allah to give you the guidance instead of showing you the miracle? But Abu Jahal insists on the Prophet to show him the miracle. So they set a day for this event of showing Abu Jahal the miracle. So the day came. So Abu Jahal was with the Prophet, and the Prophet, Abu Jahal start asking the Prophet to split the boulder, the big rock. So Prophet Muhammad with his miracle split the rock into two. And then Abu Jahal asked for another miracle. Abu Jahal said, I want you to make a tree to grow between the split boulder. So again, Prophet Muhammad asked from Allah for this miracle, and actually a tree grew in between the split boulder. Not only the tree grew with leaves, things like that, it also bear fruits. So that's it. All the miracle that Abu Jahal had asked was fulfilled. Maybe then Prophet looked at Abu Jahal and waited for his response, whether he would convert or whether he was happy with the showing of miracle and would convert. But instead Abu Jahal said, this is simply the work of a magician. So that's it. Even showing the miracle, Abu Jahal stay as he were. He would not believe. And then this ayat came to tell that Allah had locked their heart. They would not believe, locked their heart, locked their hearing, locked their seeing, and they would not believe. And Allah already set for them the punishment that is severe in the thereafter. That is the story of Abu Jahal. So now let me talk on the story of Abu Lahap. The first battle between the Muslim and the unbelievers of Mecca was Battle of Badr. Battle of Badr was fought in the area of Badr, where 300 Muslims were fighting against 1,000 unbelievers. Abu Jahal were in the battle, but Abu Lahap did not go in the expedition, but he sent his representative to replace him. He was in Mecca. So after the expedition, then the unbelievers of Mecca lost the battle. Abu Lahab was in Mecca waiting for the news. So Abu Lahab was anxious, waiting for the news. Of course, he expect the battle would have been won by the non-believers because they have superior numbers, superior weapon. Actually, the Muslim did not have enough horses, not even having enough swords. The Muslims were even fighting with wood, and most of them were walking on foot, unlike the unbelievers of the Meccan. They have superior in numbers and equipment. So Abu Lahab, being the unbeliever, think that the unbeliever would easily won this battle. But somehow it turned to be the other way. The Muslim were victorious. So after the unbelievers were lost in the battle, and then there was his representative running to tell the news to the people in Mecca. So at that time, Abu Lahab was waiting, and so his representative came sadly to tell Abu Lahab that they lost the battle, and he even told the story of him seeing an army riding horses coming from the heaven to fight with the Muslim. What happened at the time, there was a Muslim nearby, but in Mecca the Muslim dare not to expose themselves that they are Muslim, but they are Muslim, what we call hidden Muslim. They hide their identity being a Muslim. This Muslim couldn't bear the happiness hearing the Muslim was victorious. When he heard the story of this representative sending the news to seeing army on horses riding down from the heaven to help the Muslim. So this Muslim was excited and shouted, "That are the angels." So of course, that were the angel. So the Muslim was actually shouting, "That were the angel." He was shouting in excitement and forget that there was Abu Lahab standing by. And Abu Lahab looked at him and was furious. So he got hold of this this Muslim and about to strangle him, even wanting to kill him. But then there was also a hidden Muslim, a woman nearby. So he saw this act of Abu Lahab wanting to kill another fellow Muslim. This woman got furious, and somehow that furiousness gave her a strength to pull the support wood of the camp. He pulled the wood and swung it to the head of Abu Lahab. Abu Lahab was injured on the head by the wood swung by the woman who was furious, but it had not killed Abu Lahab at that time, but he suffered a wound on his head, and shocked by the action of the woman, he stopped trying to kill the Muslim who was excited, saying that was the angel. So Abu Lahab went away with wounded head, but somehow his wounded head turned into an infection on his head, and after a few days he died because of the infected wound on his head. So that is the story of Abu Lahab, how he died, and Abu Jahal, he died. He was killed by in the battle. There were two Muslim teenagers joining the battle. These teenagers didn't know or didn't recognize who is Abu Jahal, but they heard the story of Abu Jahal being the arch enemy of Islam in Mecca. So these teenagers met the Meccan. I think the Meccan name is Abdurrahman bin Auf. Then so these teenagers asked Abdurrahman bin Auf to tell them where about who is Abu Jahal. Once they know the person who is Abu Jahal, these two teenagers start to attack Abu Jahal. One of them managed to cut the leg of the horse of Abu Jahal. Abu Jahal horse fell down, and when Abu Jahal horse fell down, Abu Jahal was killed. It's the story of how Abu Jahal died and how Abu Lahab died. They are the unbelievers that Allah have closed their heart. Actually, Allah closing the heart of Abu Lahab is revealed in the sentence, in the surah of Abu Lahap, the surah Tabbat yada abi lahabi wahab ma akhna anhu maluhu wa ma kasab. Yes. So there is a surah Abu Lahap in the Quran that tell Abu Lahap will be sent to hell with his wife. So Allah, being all-knowing, already tell us that Abu Lahap will be, and his wife will be sent to hell, and reveal in the sentence in the Quran. And it was true that he remained as they were. That means he had not turned or changed his belief, and he died as unbelievers. So I think I have enough of story to tell you of the unbelievers whose heart, whose hearing, whose seeing had been locked by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they remain as they were. Even message of Islam had come to them. You want them or you don't want them, they remain as they were. They will not change. So that story, that revelation actually were seen in actuality on the story of the Jews who had not accepted Islam, and the story of Abu Jahal, who asked to be shown miracle. After showing him the miracle, still he had not believed. I think with that story, I'll leave you. Thank you very much for listening.